Hey everybody, Terry Bradley here again, simpleswingthoughts.com, and welcome to week number 12 in the Swing in the Spring 2015 golf series. Now, in this video, what we're going to talk about is, it's going to be a little bit review, but it's going to also be leading up to the driver, okay? And what I mean by that is we all want to know how we need to square the club face, because if there was any club in the bag that we need to square the club face with, that would be the driver, okay? So we're going to talk about how to square your club face in prerequisite to leading up to the driver starting next week and over the next couple of weeks here at Simple Swings. Okay, so in this video, what we're going to talk about how the bowed or the stacked right forearm squares the club face. Okay, how it does it automatically so you don't have to worry about it. Okay, we're going to also talk about compression, how compression works into squaring the club face, how compression works into getting power that you don't really have to think about. It just happens. Okay. And then we're going to get into some pro swings and some steel shots of Tiger Woods, Rory McIlroy, Paula Creamer, and we're going to really break it down and just to sort of see how they use the compression of their right forearm to hit solid golf shots, okay? And at the very end, what we're going to talk about how all this leads up to how we're going to hit the driver, again, starting probably next week and for the next 2 or 3 weeks afterward, and then we're going to sum up the 18-week Swing in the Spring with review and just questions that you may have to get us ready for the warm weather. Okay, so let's get started. Now, as we look into the swing, and the most important body part that we need to focus on again is the stacked right forearm. Okay, and as you can see right here, I have it highlighted in red. Again, I'm trying to get into calling it the bowed right forearm because those bones are actually bowed on top of each other as they stack. So I'll sort of work that in, I guess, over the next couple of weeks, couple of months, as I unroll everything that's going on. Okay, now, so as we move into my swing, and again, you've seen these swings before. So what happens is when the ball is hit, and when the ball is compressed down here, the club face stays square to your target while the ball is long gone. Okay, and what happens is when your arms rotate out here, it's just a byproduct of keeping your club on plane. Okay, if the rotation of your arms, the rotation of your wrist is not a byproduct of keeping the club face square. Okay, and I just want you to really understand that because it's going to really come in handy when we start hitting the driver here over the next couple of weeks. Now, we're going to look at Paula Creamer. Sorry about that. We're going to look at Paula Creamer now. One thing about this shot here, Paula hit, she's hitting a little pitch shot, okay, or a little chip shot. I'm sorry. And what happens is, see how the ball is basically, see how the ball is straight into the air right there, okay? Now how does that happen? That happens because, again, what happens is she's keeping her forearm bowed or stacked, and she's not even thinking about rotating her arms because she doesn't need to. But look how open that club is, but look how straight the ball goes into the air. And that's what we need to understand, because if we can understand this, then we'll understand how all of our clubs and our bags work. Okay, so I really want to emphasize that. You have to understand the concept that you're seeing on the screen right now to have this work for you with every club in the bag. Okay, now let's go to Tiger. Now, I'm going to just sort of highlight Tiger and just sort of show you what his arms are, or his hands. See how his hands are just basically not even thinking about rotating yet. But notice the ball is well off his club. Okay, so you've got the hands compressing, you've got the ball leaving, okay, and he's not thinking about rotating his arms yet because he doesn't have to, because the right forearm is taking care of him. Now let's look at one more before we get into a swing. Rory McIlroy. Okay, this is a painting of Rory, but notice how the positioning of Rory's arms, okay, the positioning right here, he's hitting the driver, he's coming into impact, but notice his arms, he's not flipping at the ball, but that right forearm is scoring that club face for him so he can actually hit through the ball with good compression. Okay, so now that I have that set for you, now let's go to some swings. Let's go to a swing of a pro here, and what we're going to look at a couple things. As he's coming into the ball, notice as he's coming down, drop his arm straight down, notice right here how his right forearm is going to compress this ball, and that's going to square this club face automatically. Okay, so let's take a look. So as he comes into the ball, notice right there, right at compression, right as he hits the ball, right there, notice how his arm is still a little bent, the club face is still square, the ball's gone, head behind the ball, weight is shifted, and now he can compress the ball and square this club face automatically. Okay, now, like I said before, the rotation of the arms is key, but the rotation of the arms is basically just to keep the club on plane, okay, as you follow through to your target. Because let me show you something. At address, okay, when he takes the club back here, okay, notice the arms. Notice how the club's right here, it's on plane. Notice when he comes through the ball, as he drops his hands through the ball, right there, notice, again, arms are here, club is on plane just like it was back here. He just mimicked his takeaway to his impact and soon to be follow through, okay, to keep it on the plane. So I just wanted you to understand that, because what's going to happen is next week I'm going to show you some swings of a driver, and it's going to be the exact same thing. You don't have to tense up, you don't have to change the swing plane, you don't have to change the way the club comes into the ball. So understand that. So I want to make this nice little short video review this, because what's going to happen is we need to understand that a square club face has to happen, whether it's with your wedge or whether with your driver, but it happens naturally as long as your right forearm is squaring that club for you without you having to manipulate your hands or your arms to think that you'd have to square the club face yourself. Okay? So I'm gonna cut this short. Again, 2-6 member on the way. I've been sending out updates on the My Simple Swing. I'm sorry, on the 2-6 member email list. I'm going to start linking some of the updates next week as I get into the driver. I'm going to start linking the 2-6 member, some of the highlights of what 2-6 member is going to be, because I know a lot of you have expressed interest in it, but you just don't know what it is. And I'll get into all that as we get into the next couple of weeks, and I'll definitely inform you on what that means. Okay? So, Terry Bradley, SimpleSwingThoughts.com. Tee him up, hit him straight. I'll talk to you soon. And remember, squaring the club face is key to hitting the driver. Okay? Talk to you soon.